In this video, we'll learn about how to implement RSS feeds on SharePoint list. RSS stands for Really Simple Syndication. Actually, it's a best way to distribute a list of headlines, updated notices, and sometimes the content to a wide number of users. So basically, what are the drawbacks for F1 websites where RSS is not there? Most of the users are interested in many of the websites whose content changes in unpredictable schedule, like news websites, communities, and web blogs. The users has to repeatedly check each website to see the updated content, which is very tedious process there. Or we can even go for email notification of changes. Was an early solution for this problem actually. But even the email notification is also a problem here, because whenever user receives an email notification from multiple websites, they were disorganized and often mistaken as a spam website. So these are some problems that we have in the website where we don't have an RSS feed. So with an RSS, we are going to have a solution is a RSS is a better way to be notified of a new and changed content. So if we often go on changing some content in the list or in the library or even in a site, that changed content can be immediately sent as an alert to an user. So notification of the changes to the multiple websites are handled very easily, and the results are presented to you in well organized and distinct from email. Each item usually consists of simple title and describing item along with some more complete description. So title is the first thing that will take some item information, and later to tell what is changed on this item will maintain multi-line of text column in the list. So multi-line of a text column will take the input to show the RSS description. So let's see the step by step how to implement RSS on a list. Let's get back to our site, and precisely we'll go for announcement list, because where exactly we already have some body column here. Whenever we add a new announcement, we can say this. Let's make an announcement like SharePoint 2010, and we are making an announcement. This is our title here, and the body can be Microsoft SharePoint 2010 box. Just as in some simple body here. So this has to be get expired maybe by 15th, and right now we are aiming for SharePoint. Yes, save it. Now we have some item. Now I want to have an RSS feed on this announcement list. So in order to have this RSS feed, let us go to list settings, and under communication settings we have an RSS settings here. So in the RSS settings, we need to make sure that allow RSS for this list is yes, and the title can be announcement, and this is a description that we are going to see this. And you can furtherly, if you want, you can even change this. Whenever your multi-line of a text column containing more than to the 256 characters, and we can truncate this multi-line of a text column. So whenever you go for RSS feeds, we need to have at least one multi-line of a text column, which is mandatory. So here we'll consider the body column, which is a multi-line of a text column, expires, and online course. This is what some information which I want to show in an RSS feed. Just scroll down, and maximum items can be included is 25, and the maximum days to be get included is 7 days. That means I want to include 1 week data of RSS. So these are some default conditions. Obviously, if you want, we can even customize them based on our criteria. Now just click on OK. Now when we enable this RSS settings onto the list, get back to the list. From the list tools, get back to the list menu, and now in the list menu under share and track section we have an RSS feed. So just simply click on this. Immediately we will be taken to the RSS feed page. So right now if you want to subscribe to this feed, we have a link to subscribe this feed. Click on it. Yes, you can even create a new folder. In this case I already have this some folder here. Let's take it SharePoint, and I want to subscribe this RSS feed here. Click on subscribe, and when you have subscribed this, and if you want to see a link of this feed, that is announcement list, we can go to view feed properties, and here we can get address of our feed completely. And in turn, if you have anything like an username and password, we can even manually set this username and password, because most of times the feed which has an username and password, that is authenticated feeds we call them, those feeds are directly may not be shown in a web part which is an RSS viewer. So let us not to put anything here, let it be okay. Now get back to the SharePoint website, and I want to show this complete RSS feeds in particular part of a web page. And let's get back to About Us web page. Maybe in the About Us page we want to show an announcement feed on this web page. So for this, let us go to edit page, and from this we can go to insert a web part, and under content roll-up we have an RSS viewer web part. Click on add. So this has to be get customized. Before this we customize, let us save our web page. Now just click on open tool pen. So this will open the control blocks of an web part. We'll understand more clearly what is this web part, how this web part will take the information from this list in upcoming classes. Just for now, RSS viewer is a type of a web part which takes feed URLs. Based on the feed URLs, it will display some data. So let's click on this pen tool pen. Now we have our web part in the right side. The web part control toolbox is completely ready in the right side. Now we were just supposed to paste our RSS feed. So we can use this, click to use this builder option, and here we can paste our complete URL. Just for an example, I have some URLs listed already in the handout. So we can use some URLs here. Let's copy this URL. Get back to the website and just copy this and paste it here. Click on OK. And if you want to have the title of this web part should be changed, you can go to appearance and let's make this as Yahoo News. Just scroll down and just click on apply. And just click on OK. Now it closes the complete toolbar. Now it's going to get the information from the Yahoo News according to this URL and the data which it has fetched from the Yahoo News, from the Yahoo feed. So based on the date, it will display the data. So this is what an Yahoo News RSS feed data. In the same way, we can also use our feed URL. But before we use our feed URL, we have to give our username and password. So when we go to the announcement list, RSS feeds, you can see actually the body column will show you the information here, which is mandatory. Okay, and if you want to get the URL of this feed completely, go to view feed properties, and here we have an address. But before we give this, we have to give username and password. If the field is empty, data will not be shown in the RSS web part. So this is what working with an RSS web part is. So precisely in an RSS web part, we need to have at least one multi-line of a text column, which is mandatory in RSS. Just read out the handout, you'll get enough information from it, and just make use of many RSS feed URLs which are available in an internet. That's all in this video. Thank you.